Okay, here we stream. Let me paste it. And from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with the IT workshop. So today is the last day towards the success habit. We are live. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Chalo, then let's get started. Okay. So, guys, as part of today's session, we are going to focus on four primary areas. Okay, lot of things going to discuss today. Plus, we will even say take some Q&A with regards to the yesterday topic. But if you really understand and implement what we are going to learn today, it's really going to be huge benefit for your entire life forever. Okay, guys, again, it's one time life. You have 80 years, 100 years of lifespan. You need to really look at it in one shot and try to see at what stage of your life what kind of changes should happen in you so that your next future is going to go great. And I think you are very dedicated at the right time. Okay, so you are in your 20s, you are focused on learning growth, so this is a brilliant time where you got the senses ki life mein you have to do something great. And if you convert this into actual results, lifelong you will be able to enjoy the benefits. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about such topics which will help you with that. Okay, first is habit formation. Okay, so how habits are formed, because eventually you run based upon only habits, good habits or bad habits, but whatever are your lifestyle habits, you just keep repeating those things. Habit is nothing but same action you keep doing over and over, so it starts happening automatically. Yeah, a simple definition of habit is no matter what activity you are doing, you have repeated it so many number of times, okay, it happens automatically now. Okay, and it could be a good habit which you have repeated so much and it is giving value to your life, or it could be a bad habit which you have repeated so much and now that is running automatically in your life. Okay, so anything, but the point is slowly and steadily you need to analyze yourself and remove these bad habits. So it takes efforts and proper set of actions to change these habits and to form new habits. But ultimately, in a lifelong run, the habits which you carry will define what kind of a person you are and what kind of results you will get. Yes or no? One time things does not really matter. It's all about what you do repeatedly. What have you been thinking and doing in the past 5 years of your life? That will define what will happen in your present and what will happen in your future. One time miracles does not exist. You might do something one term, but it does not really carry a long term value with it. So you have to really take these actions, convert it into repeated patterns. It becomes a habit. And if it is good, you get results. If it is not, you face problems in your life. So you need to really understand how this habit works. How can you loosen your old habits and how can you form new habits and self-analyze it and try to be better in whoever you are right now. Okay, that is the first point for today. Now, the second one, how do you stay consistent? Right? Habit, if you want to form, the first point is you need to stay consistent. So taking up a action to be done, then doing it repeatedly, nothing but consistently. So many people are not able to do things consistently. That is where they start with New Year resolutions, they don't finish it. They start with Udemy courses, they don't finish it. They start with some any great things, but they don't finish it. And if this consistency is not built up, habits will not be formed. Okay, and that's what it is. So you want to change, you want to become better, you need to know what techniques and actions will help you do that, then keep repeating those actions consistently. So today we will discuss how do you do things consistently, and when you do it long enough, automatically this will start happening naturally to you. For example, if you are using laptop since a long time, so whatever you type, fingers memorized it, right? It just memorized. You don't even have to look at your keyboard, it just types automatically. It became a habit. You have been driving since a long time, it just becomes a habit after a certain time. Clutch, brake, everything, coordination just works superbly automatically because you did it so many times. So we need to understand, so that consistency block will help you to form habits. So we need to understand that bridge. How do you stay consistent? And then once you're consistent, habits will be formed. And once habits are formed, if good habits are there, your life results will be good. That's how it works, simple. And then we will get some thing into social media today. Okay, देखो guys, the entire digital world that you see, okay, 2005 May, these were all just coming up. YouTube and all these things, they were beginning. Facebook, YouTube's, nothing was there in the world. Okay, so everything what you see right now is past what, 15 years, 17 years story. Okay, that's it. So point is, like any other advancement, everything has positives and negatives, everything. Okay, with television, people said it has pros and cons. With any new technology, every coin has two sides. Now this is what is happening to social media. And unfortunately, because it is just 15 years old, people have not yet learned how to use it in the right manner. And it has started to already destroy lives. Okay, it has started to impact the mind, impact the behaviors, make people lazy, make people angry, make people frustrated, make people feel that they are not doing good in their lives, always jealousy. It's really promoting like that, nothing but every coin has two sides. So, and it is so much new, just 15 years old. So right now there are not very great systems to which will help you to overcome through these emotions. Majority of the times you are on your own. And the unfortunate problem is, now the upcoming generation is having the social media in their hands, and they are children. And come on, mature people cannot deal with this thing properly. How can children take care? Right? If on social media one negative comment happens, fights happening and all just in chats, and that impacts mentally. बच्चों का बेचारों का क्या ही हो रहा होगा, right? And that's what it is. And if we don't really know how to use it properly, you will end up in lot of suffering for your own self, and plus your next generations will also go through the same pain, because along with time, this internet, social media is not going to disappear. It will become even more rock solid in next 10 years, 20 years. Big things, it's going to happen. Okay, so today we will take some time on social media, and then we will even pick up the topic of knowledge related aspect as well. Okay, fine, important day today. Chalo, let's understand the first thing. Okay, how habits are formed. Okay, देखो, there are primarily two aspects to it. One is your brain, okay, your thinking, your mind, okay, and other one is your body. So your mind and the body, these two things are actually resulting into habit formations. Okay, and how does this mind and the body work is, you repeat something long enough, then automatically your mind starts remembering it, and your body also starts remembering it. Okay, एक करके let's understand. First, let's speak about the mind. देखो guys, okay, we'll not get into much detail. There is a lot of things about it: conscious mind, subconscious mind, and majority of your life, 95% of your life results is controlled based upon subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind is called as a habit mind. And it is nothing but whatever you repeat, that gets stored into the subconscious mind. And whether you want it or not, your brain will guide you to do those things. Okay, so just understand, there is a bigger dimension of mind which many of us might not be fully aware of, but we work like that. So thoda sa exploring will be required, but just the thing is, the way you have been thinking, okay, for example, blaming others or looking at excuses or always problems, if that is your way of thinking, and if you have been doing it since past long time, that gets resided into your subconscious brain. Okay, and whether you want it or not, you cannot change it, because thinking negative becomes a behavior in you. It has become an habit in you. And when habits are formed, Even if you try to change it, I don't want to look at negative things in my life, it takes time. But as soon as you don't do it properly, you predominantly your life will be running by what is there in the subconscious mind. And if too much of negativity is there, you will always see negativity in the world around you. So just know it for sure. This is how things work. So if you have been repeatedly thinking some thoughts, that gets resided into your subconscious mind, which drives your life. Okay, thoda sa, yes, you go ahead, search more about it, explore more about it. But just again, so what is happening is the thoughts which you keep repeating, that becomes a habit in the mind. And if negative thoughts are there, that becomes your life. And this is the first thing. If positive thoughts are there, that becomes the life. So repetition of habit or repetition of thoughts will influence your mind. Okay? Similarly, your body also learns like that. Whatever things you are doing, let's say physical actions, it could be anything. For example, you know it, these are real stuff, right? Somebody going to gym since past 10 years, they will be very happy to go to gym. If they are not going to gym, they feel, Arey yaar, I'm not going to gym, something is not right inside, and I have to go and do that weightlifting and all, right? So nothing but human beings want to go to gym, and if they are stopped during COVID times and all, many of these bodybuilders and all, they were like, kya kare, right? A lot of drama was happening. They are like, you guys are starting movie theaters, ye wo gym koi nahi khol raha hai. A lot of things happened. So why? Because yeah, the body needs that kind of momentum, because they have been loading weights and going to gym, working out since so much time. Okay, their body is trained for that now. And if they don't do it, the body is going to crave for that. It's just like an addiction. You repeat so much, so your body wants it more. And then if you're not doing it, your body will force you, okay, chalo, let's go and let's do something. That's nothing but your body also learns based upon what you keep repeating. So any action which you do repeatedly in your life with your body, it could be anything. Okay, the body remembers it, the body memorizes it. Similarly, the thoughts which you keep repeating, your brain also stores it, memorizes it. And guys, this is interesting. If you try to change from that, both your mind and your body is going to avoid that. And that is the reason New Year resolutions are failing for people. They have not done something in their past. So your mind and the body is trained for something else right now. All of a sudden you say, I want to start finishing, let's say, a Udemy course, or I want to start waking up in the morning, I want to start book reading, or any new good thing. You know that it is good. Now what is happening is the conscious brain, two things again. Conscious brain controls only 5% of the life. This is what they say, 95% is subconscious. So with your conscious brain, you think, yeah, book reading is good for me, I should do it. Doing exercise is good for me, I should do it. Eating healthy is good for me, I should do it. Our conscious brain tells us all that. We can understand it is good. But lifelong, you have followed a different track, and that is where your subconscious comes in picture, which says lifelong you did not eat good food. You were always eating junk. Why all of a sudden you want to have good food? Craving starts coming, and after a few weeks, you stop having good food. That's what your inner self will start battling you. So the biggest battle is not outside, it is within you. Whenever you try to change, your mind will not allow you to change, your body will not allow you to change. And if you don't know how to upgrade yourself, you will end up remaining the same person all throughout your life. And guys, this is a very big learning. Many of the times you might get into very heavy discussions with other people. Let's say it could be your family members, or it could be some relatives, and those relatives are into their 40s, 50s. You can imagine what has happened to them. For 50 years of their life, they have been thinking something, they have been performing certain kind of body actions, and they just memorized it. Now, even if they might be completely illogical, but if you try to even explain it to them, they will never get convinced. Why? Because past 50 years, their thought process and their actions were different. So change is hard. And that's the reason next time onwards, don't feel angry on people because they are not in their own control. Their past has crippled them. So you need to be a bigger person in such conversations. And yes, it is possible to change, but those people have not even spent time to know how a human mind and the body works and how they can change their behaviors. It is possible. Human being is given with a dynamic adaptation capability. You can become whatever you want. You can change your personality, thought patterns, actions, everything. But it needs a certain discipline and certain set of actions, and not many people do that. Okay, so fine. The first conclusion for today: your mind and the body learns based upon repetition. Whatever thoughts you repeat gets memorized. Whatever actions you do with your body gets memorized. And changing away from this action, your mind and the body is not going to allow you. And if it is not allowing, in 1 to 2 weeks of time, you don't do things and you will go back to your older life. And that's the reason within 1 month, newer resolutions for 90% people do not really convert into results, because they start, but their old version pulls them back. Okay? Now, it could be anything. Let's say lifelong you did not wake up in the morning. So your body is now trained to sleep well in the morning time. It doesn't want to get disturbed. If you're trying to wake it up, your older version does not allow you to wake up. It's like, nahi, nahi, thoda sote, but you have to change the pattern. So just understand, repetition is the key. Okay? Now, I want to give you a quick experiment by which you can really see for yourself how this thing works. Okay, देखो, whichever mobile app you are using right now on a regular basis. Okay, right now in your phone there is a pattern by which you access it. Pattern nothing but you might have, okay, second screen pay, this box pay, this app is there. So you might always follow one swipe, go to that box, launch that app, or maybe type upside, search for it, launch that app. Okay, you do the simple thing because you have been doing the simple behavior of launching that app so many number of times. Your body has memorized it, your mind has memorized it. You just change this position of the app, do something about it. You will remember that initially your body will try to again go to the same pattern, even though your conscious brain knows you deleted or you changed that app. Your body will still do that swipe. You will go there and then you will realize, oh, the app is not here. Now I have to go it somewhere else. Observe it for yourself. Nothing but your older version is always trying to dominate it. And that's how habits are going to lead to whatever results you get in your life. Okay? Now you need to understand, how do you change this then? If your past wiring is so strong, you cannot upgrade. So how is change going to happen? Let's understand that part. Okay? And all these success habits might be new to you. Okay, or some of you might already be following a lot of success habits. Some might be like, I don't know this, I don't know this, I have not done this. So from your current version to installing these new success habits, whatever we have been speaking, let's say yesterday we spoke about communication. What was the conclusion of that? Every single day keep practicing on your communication. Now that is repetition. If your old version has not practiced communication for your entire life, the new self is trying to do, within few days itself you will stop doing it. Nothing but consistency is the core for success. Sticking with what you started. And that's the difference between successful and unsuccessful people. They all know techniques, they all know what is right for them, but successful people are able to do it. Unsuccessful give up and stop. Yes, everybody wants to improve communication, but how many of us can really take that action for the next 2 months of our lives? Whatever we discussed yesterday, very few percentage. So you should belong in that percentage. Maybe for the world it is not possible, but you need to take your personal responsibility of saying, I belong in that top 3% people of the world who will apply these things long term. Once you take that ownership, your life will change. The world will take care of itself. So let the world take care of itself. You fix yourself first. Okay? Abhi kaise karna? How do you really build these habits? Okay? Important things. There are two primary ways. Okay? One technique you can just simply refer as fixed time technique. The second one is piggybacking technique. Okay. The first is fixed time technique. Second one is piggybacking technique. How does it happen? Dekho, simple. Every single day, whatever habit you want to do it at the same fixed time. Okay. There is something in this universe. It operates based upon cyclic patterns. 24-hour cycle. Every day sun rises in the morning, sets in the evening, day happens, night happens. There is always this rotation. Heartbeat, it's a pattern again. Okay, pulse, it's a pattern again. Breathing, it's a pattern, repetition again. So in this 24 hours of cycle, and we need to understand human beings is part of this nature and creation. So in the 24 hours of cycle, now this is really interesting. Okay, anybody of you who is having a pet animal at home, let's say a cat or a dog, or in your past you might have seen, okay, if you just train them ki at every fixed time of the day, you will give them food to eat, whatever could be, right? Food to eat. What they will do is, as soon as that time happens, they go there and they sit. Nothing but animals can be trained, right? Somehow they just know it naturally कि भाई अभी खाने का time हो गया, I should go there and I should sit because we will go and put the food in the tray. Nothing but there is something about this pattern in universe. So if you daily stick with doing your habit at the same time, okay, no matter what happens, so you have to stick with that time. So if you say 8 a.m. you are going to do something daily, at that time only do that habit. And then what will happen is it will then start forming a pattern in your body and the mind. So somehow initially, even though your body and the mind does not like that change, but every day when you do it at the same time, slowly it starts creating a pattern. And when this pattern is formed, then the mind will be like, okay, daily 8 a.m., this guy does something like this. The body will also learn ki, okay, 8 a.m. I should go and I should start doing these actions. One reason why people are not able to do is they don't fix this time. They always keep it scattered throughout the day. And then what happens, guys? The mind and the body does not really understand any pattern. Okay, you're doing new habit, but there is no fixed time for it. The mind and the body does not really know this new pattern. And if it is not knowing the pattern, they are not recorded in your inner system of how you operate. Habit will not be formed because the body is not trained to go like that pet and go and eat at that time. Circus animals, wild animals are trained based upon some patterns. As soon as this sound comes of fish, tiger jaake बैठ जाता था ऊपर, right? So like that, you need to really train your mind. As soon as this alarm rings, do something. Immediately your body should be trained. Okay, you leave everything what you're going, go there and start doing that habit. If you train yourself physically for that, and if that is how your mind also takes daily at the same time, then it will start accepting this new pattern. So first important thing is, whatever habit you want to do, try to do it at the fixed time every single day, not even 10 minutes here and there, at the fixed time, because that's where pattern will be formed, and then it will become easy for your mind and the body to start following it. That is point number one. Okay, now step number two, you have to focus on one day at one time. Don't look too much ki kab hoga kya hoga, guys. Okay, it should be like as long as it takes. Yesterday we said communication kaise improve karna, as long as it takes. There is no end time for this, right? As long as it takes for improving communication, you should practice and improve. Similarly, habit formation also doesn't matter how much time it takes, you stick with it, focusing on one day at a time. Just repeat it one day, one day, one day. So daily 8 a.m., daily 8 a.m., daily 8 a.m. That's it. You keep doing just one day, one day. And when you walk through this time, when you look back, that habit will become automatic for you. So many people have this as the second blocker in their mind. Ki bhai, kab hoga? I have been doing it since so long. It's still not happening. Guys, remove those blocks. Just focus one day at one time. That's it. And don't let any excuse come in that way. Now, let me already tell you, while majority of you were in the week 1, we said secondary goals. Okay, now you self-analyze it. I know it is hard to do, but it is possible to do with easiness also. But just analyze yourself. We said secondary goals: create a pattern, create a system, set up alarm reminders, block Google Calendar. Now just answer to yourself, how many of you followed those actions regularly without missing the planned days? Okay, just answer to yourself. And what you will realize it, not many people. Okay, and that is the truth of the society. Okay, that's the truth. That's the difference between successful and unsuccessful. Now the point is, anybody can be successful, anybody can be unsuccessful. So you don't attach yourself with that identity. You can be a successful person, you can be an unsuccessful person also. But point is, you need to take yourself from this category of not successful habits and then go towards that successful habits. That's where we are trying to explain why things are going like this also. Just knowing techniques, the world is not changing. That's where something like this program is required to change us. So now we are telling you, set up that as part of the week 1, but let me tell, 70% people would not have really followed that system. Maybe once they did, twice they did, habit to bana hi nahi hoga. And then you will be like, Arey, why my life is not changing? Arey, because you are not ready to change. That's where your results are not changing. Probably we have to upgrade. Now you know the reason also why are you not changing. Why? Because even though you have set up that pattern, but that discipline needs to be still developed, because your old mind and your old body does not like that change. You yourself is fighting yourself. You are coming in your own growth. The world is not coming and stopping you from success. You yourself are stopping. Okay, your older version is stopping your own success. Understand? So what you need to do, guys, अभी थोड़ा यहाँ पे commitment will be required, willpower, motivation, whatever it takes, but focusing on one day at one time. Guys, can tomorrow be that day? Let's push yourself. Don't go relaxed and easy on yourself. If you don't do thing which you planned, let's say you said this habit is going to make me successful. If you don't do that, थोड़ा सा guys punish yourself. Don't be so casual. Okay, it's fine, I did not do it, kuch nahi hota. Punish yourself. Maybe don't eat food for one day, do a fasting of one day because you did not do that. Punish yourself. Okay, be hard on yourself, guys. You know how military and all that operates. Ek choti si galti and they, like, the consequences are severe. And because the consequences are severe, people are almost perfect there in army and all that. Discipline wise, bang on. Morning 4 a.m. if they want to wake up, they will wake up. There is no second option. And who are they? They are human beings. We are human beings. We can change. We can put the strictness into us to accomplish whatever we want. But if you remove this strictness, if you are okay with your own failures, then nobody can save you. तो थोड़ा अभी seriousness लाना पड़ेगा. So when you have said, I will do these habits every single day on so and so time as part of your secondary goal, you have to stand up to your own word, because nobody else in the entire world is going to do on behalf of you. You are born to live your own life. Nobody can do it on behalf of you. So if you don't do it, your life will never change. Okay, so this is where we are coming. Thoda discipline, seriousness, strictness. Guys, success is not a joke. It needs determination. And it is achievable. It is not magic and luck also. It's not like those people are lucky, only they can do it. Everybody can do it. You all can do it. I can do it. We all can become very powerful and successful in our lives. But point is, we have to start changing right now so that we get rewarded 5 years in the future. Life works like that. You are not rewarded based upon what you are doing right now. You are rewarded based upon what you did 5 years back. Life is always like that. The habits which you do in the present will shape up your future. That future could be 1 week from now, 1 month from now, or years from now. Okay, Jeff Bezos was asked in an interview कि भाई you have a very successful quarter this time, nice revenue coming, तेरी तो चांदी हो गई भाई. Jeff Bezos was said this beautiful thing, Amazon CEO, okay, said this beautiful thing कि भाई this quarter, the success that we planned, this was planned 5 years ago, and what we are planning right now for Amazon, we are looking into 5 years ahead in future. Okay, what do we want to do there? Guys, that's how visions are made. So build a vision for your life as well. Okay, now coming back to our topic, focus on one day at one time. Doesn't matter how much time it takes, but now more discipline, more commitment, willpower, focusing on one day at one time, that tomorrow I will do these things in my life, and no matter what happens, you go there and do it at that same time. Hold yourself accountable, and if you're not able to do it, punish yourself. Don't eat food or punish yourself ki bhai one day ke liye you will put your phone away, no using phone for one day. You develop your own punishments, and then you will be afraid कि यार phone ही नहीं रह रहा है, and then you will feel that that addiction, right? कि phone नहीं है क्या करे. So punish yourself a bit and you will become good in that. And then what will happen? Slowly and steadily. Initially, it will always be tough, but slowly and steadily, your mind and the body will start accepting this new pattern because you are doing it daily. And then slowly it will become easy for you to do. Okay? Now, let me showcase one thing. I'll share my screen. This Robin Sharma, he's one good author. Robin Sharma, Habit Installation Protocol. I'm just Googling it. Let me take some image of that. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Just observe it for a second here. Guys, very important session. This session is going to actually be the decision maker of your life, because eventually it all just boils down to consistency. That's it. Whatever you do it consistently and you will be rewarded. Okay? So habit installation by Robin Sharma. ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं ये वाली वेबसाइट, ये वाला भी वेबसाइट कुछ ना कुछ. Okay, fine, we got it. ठीक है, देखो guys, simple है. What this guy said, he's one good author, he has done a lot of research, he trains a lot of CEOs. So what his research says, okay, any habit formation takes or happens in 3 stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Okay, what he's saying, every stage lasts for around 22 days. In the first 22 days is called as destruction phase. Nothing but your old habits will be destroyed if you are back to back 22 days consistent every single day doing that habit for 22 days. Then old habits will be destroyed. Let's say tomorrow morning 8 a.m. you want to start a new thing, but in your past life at 8 a.m. you might be doing something else. So your mind and the body was trained for something else at 8 a.m. every single day. So in the first 22 days, if you're consistent, your old self will be destroyed. Your old patterns will be destroyed. Okay, next, you keep doing, you keep repeating. Then the next 22 days slot will come. And as part of that, the new habit which you're trying to form, it will become more easy to apply. Nothing but installation phase. Nothing but, guys, we are training the mind and the body the way great animals, right? Wild animals, tigers, animals, human beings, circus में उनको train कर दिया. You have to train your mind and the body to become different. And this is that training program. Magic does not happen in one day. As per of this protocol, it takes 66 days to really master habit. Stage 2 pe, new things will start becoming easy for you. And then comes the stage 3, where it will become a part of you if you repeat it throughout this time without any breaks. Maybe one day, 2 day, here and there is fine. But otherwise, in a long run, you have to keep repeating your new habits for 66 days. Okay, and here it says minimum. Okay. Now, different people at different stages will become comfortable with this. Now, just absorb it. Many of you or many of the people start New Year resolutions. They will not even stay consistent for 22 days. They will stop in that itself. It will never become part of life. Your results will not change. And then they will draw conclusion. Array, maybe that habit is not meant for me. I cannot do it. Maybe it's not for me. Leave it. Wrong conclusion. You did not care enough to do that long enough. The strategy was the problem, not you. You can do it. You did not follow the right strategy and you drew a wrong conclusion. We all are capable. Our mind is capable, body is capable. We can do whatever we want, but we need to stick with it. And nobody else can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Okay? So now make a determination. Whatever new habits that you are applying, learning, which you know that will make you guaranteed successful in your life, you have to put it into a system which runs for 3 months and you just install that as part of your life. And guys, in a long run, next 50 years from now, your core mission should be remove all the bad habits from your life and acquire all the good habits. If you live a life like that for the next 5 years, let me tell you, your entire future for next 70 years of your life will be like rock solid, enjoyable. Just imagine a person not having any bad habits. Wow. And then all the great successful people habits are applied, and it is possible to do, guys. Taste this transformation once, upgrade yourself to this new kind of giant which can accomplish anything, and you can train yourself for that. You have a great brain and a great body, and you are on the driving seat of your life. Possible to hai. Okay, it's possible humanly for anybody to become successful, and now the question is, can you do it? That's what it is. Okay, fine. So let's stick with this. So what we spoke about so far. Okay, just a quick conclusion, everybody. First thing, habit needs to be formed for winning or losing in life. Either success habit, failure habit, and habits are formed with repetition. Okay, and for forming habits, as per of this algorithm, it takes around 66 days, and it happens in multiple phases. Okay, and primarily what you are doing is you are training your mind and the body to leave the old habits and do these new things. That is where it takes time. There is no magic pill. Tablet खा के नहीं होगा, because old version को छुड़ाना है, new version applying. So destruction, installation, integration, it takes around 3 months of time to really form something strong in you, and then also you have to continue. But one ultimate learning which we got in COVID, okay, brilliant learning, the entire world changed from a working outside model to work from home model. The entire world changed. This is brilliant. Thoda open the imagination here. We have already discussed with the previous batch members, but all the new guys, thoda just really understand what happened during COVID time. The entire world, for their entire lifespan, were moving out in the society on the roads. All of a sudden, lockdown came. We all were forced to change our habits. You should stay at home. You cannot go outside. It is a must and should restriction. Initially, people were not comfortable with that. People were irritated, frustrated, and a lot of problems coming. That was destruction phase. The old habits were saying, I want to go outside. But there was a punishment. You go outside, police wala with dandes pad rahe the achhe. That was a punishment model which forced you to stay inside your home. Strictness was there in the system. And you then started living at home. Then you continued it for a few more months. And then the installation phase happened where you started finding comfort with staying at home and working. And then further it went, integration phase happened, and you need to understand people at every age group adapted. The biggest learning of humanity. At every age group adapted in 1 year to 1.5 years, all the human beings on the planet were okay to be at home. A new habit was formed for every human being at every age segment. So don't tell that it is not for me. You can form it at any age, 50, 60, 70. It might take more time, because if you are 50 years old, your past wiring is of 50 years, you need to remove that and apply a new version. Time might be more, but you guys are lucky, you just have lived 25 years on the planet so far. Not too much of negative wiring. It is easy to flush 25 and then reinstall, but in 1.5 years the full world changed. Okay, now let's continue how this thing happens. Everybody trained the mind and the body to stay at home. Okay, now companies are saying, bhai, come to office. Your mind and the body is saying, nahi, 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 ghar pe rehna hai. A person 2 years ago, 3 years ago was not liking to come, was not liking to be at home. Okay, now because the mind and the body is trained for new pattern to stay at home and relax, now companies are saying कि भाई come back, come back, come back. People are like, no, in a permanent work from home दे दो, hybrid model दे दो, we will have a chill life. Why? Because the new patterns are formed. Okay, what does that mean? A human being can just change. Based habits, anything can be formed at any point. But now if the company stays strict, even you will lose this new habit of staying at home, and you will start coming back from office. Give it 1 year and you all will be comfortable back to start at office. That's how it will be. The system will force you due to whatever reasons. Okay, but a human being adapts. So understand how you operate as a human being, and you will be able to do whatever you want with your life. It's just playing around which habit you want, and then certain set of actions. Repeat it long enough, you become a different person. You might be a negative thinker for past life, but you choose from today onwards, I will believe in myself. Whatever I do, I will get results. I am not going to quit. I am a winner. I am strong. I will learn. I will upgrade. If that becomes your attitude and you wire that in your mind and the body, you do the actions like that, you will become a different personality in 3 months from now. So any human being can change. Don't say that I am a negative thinker. This is what everything goes wrong in my life, because that's not truth. That's your past identity. You can change to a better identity. Human beings can change. You can change. I can change. We all can form good habits. So chalo, let's form it. Tough hai, but let's form it. Now next, what more is required? Okay, so far what did we learn? Okay, habits needs to be formed. It is all about repetition. Daily, focus on one day at one time and let it take as long as it takes. In 1.5 years, to puri dunya change ho. So you will definitely take less than 1.5 years for anything that you want to do. Okay, but it is possible. You can do that. Stick with it. Focus on one day at one time. Fix the time and then do it. Okay. Now, additionally, how you can even get there faster? You need to install a review habit. Every day when you're closing your day, just ask yourself a question. I decided to do this today. Did I really do it? That's it. Ask that question every day by the ending. Okay, today I said I will learn a new skill, 1 hour on Udemy. By the end of the day, ask yourself a question. Did you really learn it? Okay. And if the answer is coming no, then tomorrow set instruction. Oh, tomorrow I will definitely do it. So by that way, if you keep reviewing, automatically it will become more natural for you. So keep tracking it. Okay. So that is the third technique. So daily at the same time, fix the time, daily repeat it at the same time, focus on one day at one time, and by the end of the day, okay, just review it. And guys, okay, so tomorrow in the morning 6 a.m. session, we are going to review our past week and we are going to review our goals. Okay, so tomorrow morning 6 a.m. is an important session. It's the first week which we are going to review all the 8 pillars which we have set up for this full year. We will do the first time weekly review and let it become a pattern. We will see, are we really progressing on these goals, or we just wrote it and left it there? Did we really write it or not? Can we improve it? And once you do the right actions, you are very smart. Your brain will be telling you what to do, what not to do. Anybody can change, guys. Thoda sa kar lete. Okay, fine. So far, so good. Now, okay, this is how habits are formed and this is how consistency is built. Daily track your progress, maybe maintain an Excel sheet. To in coming sessions, I'm even going to share that. In an Excel sheet, start tracking at what time, what do you want to do, and if you have done it, just mark it 111, something like that. A tracking system, whether you're really doing something or not. Okay. So fine. So this is how it is. Now let's move on to the next topic. Okay. So what did we learn is habit formation. I'm just sharing a notepad. Sharing my screen. Let's just quickly see what we did. We have less than 15 minutes now. We just have to touch a few more topics. Okay. Okay. First, habits. Second, how to stay consistent. And consistent is focus on one day at one time. That's the model. One day, one time, and fixed time. Okay, fixed time, one day, one time, and just keep doing it. Know that the entire world changed in 1.5 years. You can also change. You can just need to keep repeating it and review. Okay, fixed time. Next, review by EOD. Okay, one day at one time. This is what we discussed. Okay, now go. You all have one pillar. Now this is interesting. Everybody focus. Okay, थोड़ा सा deep thinking is required here. Everybody, okay, चैन से सोना है तो जाग जाओ. This is really interesting. We don't know how big a human potential is. It's as simple as that. Okay, just imagine you were born with huge capability and talent as a baby. Okay, mind was designed to adapt to anything. Okay, it was created like raw formatted disk. Okay, write anything on your mind and the body and you will learn that. General babies are born with blank state, scratch. Okay, 1 second, my charger will die. Just give a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Okay, ठीक है. So देखो, human beings are basically created कि we can learn anything, we can adapt anything. Okay, so थोड़ा potential की बात चल रही है यहाँ पे. Okay, so what happened is, but you became what your family was in terms of language, in terms of thought process. You became like your family, like your people. If you were born in a different family, you would have been a different person. Different thought process, different actions, different language, different identity. Now understand, human being can become anything. But because of your circumstances, you became you, which was required. That's how human being is created, so that you can adapt with your people. But potential wise, you could have become anything else. एक बेबी को यहाँ से घर से उठा दो, किसी और के घर में दे दो, he will become like them in terms of thinking and all. Okay, and if you're not reading and thinking right from childhood, your thought process will be all like your family only. Okay, now what does this mean? We can become anything, but somehow in life we become only one person. Okay, now let's say all of you have made a decision. I want to have a career in IT industry or whatever career. Okay, do you really think you are made only for that one career? You might have so much more talent which you might not even have explored, but you have made a decision कि life में मेरे को ये career करना है. Your capability could be huge. You could have become so many things, but you chose to have a career in so and so industry. Your strengths might be different. You as a person is different. You're choosing basically. What you're doing is you're choosing out of n number of opportunities in the world what you want to do. Maybe you can do a lot of other things also. So just understand, here the catch is कि you are living a very subset of what you can actually live. Okay, the point is, but how do you really live then bigger to your potential? Not a subset of your life, but to your fullest capability. And that is only possible if you upgrade your knowledge. There is no other way of living to your fullest potential, because you will never realize your fullest potential, because you have chosen to live a subset of your life. That decision happened maybe when you were in college. I will do this kind of a career or this kind of a line. A subset of life was already chosen for you. And if you don't upgrade your knowledge, you will never realize what your true capability is. And you were born for anything. You chose this subset. Now it is a choice. Do you want to stay in this subset in your life, or do you really want to experience big life? And that's what successful people live, a bigger life to their potential. And guys, the only way by which it is possible is when you upgrade your knowledge. Without knowledge, you will never know what you are losing, what is other side of the road. You will always be whoever or whatever you know. That's the problem. You will never be able to understand what you can actually do or not if you are not upgrading your knowledge. This is where comes the knowledge pillar that we have. Okay, there's two things you need to do all throughout your life. Guys, make some strong commitments to yourself. Two things you have to do all throughout your life without fail. Guys, there are few things which the universe has made it mandatory for you. Okay, you have to eat every single day. You have to sleep every single day. These are mandatory biological needs of your body, which you cannot violate. If you violate, there will be severe consequences. So it is important. But there should be some needs of success, which is not biologically expected out of you, but you should do it. Your heart will pump every single day. Again, mandatory by nature. You will breathe every single day, mandatory by nature. You cannot say, today I don't want to feel like breathing. Are nikal lege. Right? You cannot choose that. Now, understand, a human being may, some set of things are mandated by nature, and you do it whether you want it or not. If you don't want to sleep, still you will sleep. You will eat food because it is mandated biologically. Now, as a successful person, you need to define some set of other activities which you mandate for yourself. You have to be a strong person in your determination, but it is possible to mandate. But you mandate some other set of things, and I am giving you two things you do it for knowledge upgrade, guys, all throughout your life. One, read books. Second, upgrade your skills. Whatever industry you are in, whatever career you are in, take up new courses, new certifications, new challenges, how to always become better at your job in whatever you do, and read more books, how to overcome this thought process, that thought process, money management, success becoming, and everything. Make these two as a lifelong process, as a mandatory rule, as if you are breathing every single day, as if you are eating food every single day. And if you do this, your full life will change. You will never be the same person. A gazapsa maturity will come to you. You will start understanding life differently. Your brain will work differently. Your ideas will come differently. You will become different in 1 year if you do these two habits. Again, it's habits. And the full session tells how you can do that. So I'm really trying to give you the core technique, but just telling it will not work. Why? Because the techniques are there. You need to understand why it will not work and how to make it work. And once you do it long enough, if this becomes your rule of life, guys, make it mandatory. Okay, make it mandatory and you will enjoy forever. Upgrade your knowledge. Okay, so two things. One, start reading books. And the second one is upgrade your skills. All the working professionals or job seekers, see which skill is required to do better at your job. Take a course of that, certification of that, learn that, upgrade that, apply that in the project. You will grow, guys, like 10 times faster than your current rate. And your entire team might not be doing it. You are the only person do it. You will get more opportunities, bigger packages, more up the ladder opportunities. When you switch your jobs, a better package will become, you will become better. The only thing that happened is because you lived to your true potential, and majority of the world will not live. Even if they want to live, they will not be able to live because they don't crack their habits of mind and the body. There are very few people, less than 20% people of the world who can actually make it. Rest everybody will struggle. And you make a decision, where do you want to belong? But it is one life given to you only once. Don't make it a joke. And when you are about to die, don't say, "Yaar, yaar, ek aur chance milta to achhe se jeeta." It's never going to happen. Life is given once. don't waste it over. Okay, some very good author said this thing: everybody gets two lives, and people get the second life when they realize that they have only one life. So while you were a child, you never became serious about life. You wasted a lot of time, hang out here and there. But as soon as you realize, like Gary Vaynerchuk says, right? When you were born, the humanity was already running. You were born very late on the planet, and once you will die, you will never be able to do anything else. So all you have is this lifespan of 80 years to do something with your life. That's it. And if you waste your time, 100 years from now, you will not even live on the planet to do something with your life. Forget about all the pain, dreams, desires, sab khatam ho jayega. 100 saal baad you will not be there. I will not be there. The world will run. So while you are alive, then only you can do something with your life. So get serious. Okay, have fun, enjoyment, but get serious. एक बार life मिला है. ठीक है? Fine, guys. Chalo, all the very best. Let me give the attendance for today. Let's close the session here. And tomorrow we will start with the IT related workshop. The questions and all, we'll figure out how to balance it. And the next week, which is the week 3, which is the last week of this program, so we will give it to consistent members based upon some percentage, maybe the top 2 or top 3, like 10 sessions, 9 sessions, maybe 8 sessions who have completed that. Okay, so I'll give the link only to those guys because they have earned it based upon their commitments. Fine, team, let me quickly share you the Excel sheet, just attendance sheet, sorry. True. Guys, understand. What we are doing is life-changing stuff here, okay? This is not करके वापस से old person रहना है, guys. It's not that, okay? Become different. Live your life differently. And it is possible. That's where I'm trying to put all these efforts because I know it's possible. I have seen a lot of these changes in myself. So I just want to do it along with those guys who really want to get ahead in their lives. ठीक है, चलो, sharing the attendance link. Here it is. Copy, going to Zoom. And very good to see you guys are really putting up your best shots for being consistent. Okay, code for today is 5555. Okay, okay, mark the attendance. Meanwhile, yes, there are some questions coming in. So somebody says, okay, what are your thoughts on how to handle pleasure from watching videos? Correct. Yeah, so on social media and a lot of entertaining videos are there and all. I'm not saying that by run away from those videos. Okay, enjoyment, entertainment is part of life. Define actually how much you want to give your daytime for that. Okay, yes, take the pleasure. I'm not saying sacrifice that part of life. Live it fully. Enjoy life, travel, have nice food, luxurious places, and all of that. But thoda thing is कि भाई limit लगाओ. Good, okay, extra of everything or over of everything is going to be bad for you. Over commitment is going to be bad for you. Over ugly food is going to be bad for. Once in a while pizza is okay, it's delicious, अच्छा लगता है खाने. Okay, पिज्जा हट में जाओ, मस्त स्पॉन्जी मिलेगा, अच्छा रहेगा, right? It is fine. But if you do it over, it's a problem. Social media videos, yes, somebody else is also saying getting attached to social media. Okay, now guys, देखो simple होता है. Okay, you have to put limits on yourself. You have to put limits on yourself कि भाई 15 minutes देखूंगा, in that I will watch whatever videos I want. As soon as 15 minutes is done, I will stop. Some kind of breaking should happen. If you feel 15 is there, allocate only 30 minutes slot to yourself. Stop it there. Okay? And once you start doing it, automatically you will start becoming better. It's all about training your mind. Dekho, you have done it so much all throughout the day that your mind and the body now wants it. You have just trained your mind and the body to spend time on social media every single day. And now if you don't do it, they will resist. They will be like, I want it. So that is where usko change karna padega, right? So start with small. Okay, just like removing an addiction, every single day start with small. Bolo ki bhai, okay, I'll give 1 hour every single day for these kind of activities. Lock it only there for 1 hour. As soon as 1 hour is done, throughout the day don't do it. If you feel nahi 1 hour is too tight, maybe morning mein 30 minutes de do, evening mein 30 minutes, but start with some step number one, planning and strategy. Once you become habituated, okay with that, then slowly you can lessen it up. But point is, be aware you have done it so many number of times that your mind and the body now wants it. तो धीरे धीरे उसको छुड़ाना पड़ेगा. Just like a baby, right? You in future you will have children. Okay, छोटे बच्चे गलत काम के लिए अगर जिद करे, तो slowly and steadily the parents have to fix their life, right? You cannot allow your children to do wrong things. Slowly you will do whatever it takes to put them in restrictions so that they get improved. Mind and the body को भी treat them like a children. कि भाई गलत आदत लग गई है, let me fix it. थोड़ा थोड़ा धीरे धीरे avoid करते हैं, and there is a strategy for all that. ठीक है, तो slowly करो. Fine. Okay, guys, chalo, mark your attendance. Okay, somebody asked a question. Can we schedule or block a time for only distractions? Is it beneficial for us? I'm doing it sometimes. Yeah, it is fine. Okay. Point is, if you remove it completely, you will feel like, kya ho gaya meri life? What happened? So yes, block it. This is what we said. Narrow it down. Try to slowly remove it or lower it, and then that addiction will be gone. And guys, dekho, it's like when you're removing these negative things, you need to add good things to your life. You cannot only make your life empty, because with this gap you will feel like nothing is going good. So you need to add more positive things and then remove the negative things. It is a transition journey. Okay, so yes, block your time, but have something meaningful to be done so that you can engage with those habits and these will disappear automatically. Okay, ठीक है. So chalo guys, all the very best. थोड़ा self control discipline पे guys, take up some books, start practicing it and start training your mind and the body के नहीं करेंगे. You want it, but let's not do it. Guys, I practice this. Okay, sometimes I feel like चलो आइसक्रीम खाना है. Okay, नीचे चल के आइसक्रीम खाते, कुछ अच्छा टेस्टी जंक खाएंगे. Okay, but sometimes then I just tell my mind and the body, okay, you want to feel like eating right now, but let's not do it. Just for training myself कि I can control my desires. थोड़ा सा खुद के साथ खेलना शुरू करो. Don't be like that pampering child कि always do whatever you feel like. ठीक है? And once you have that level of control, because there is this meditation by Sadhguru. Okay, Isha Kriya meditation by Sadhguru. He constantly, it's a simple Isha Kriya. He says do it for 3 months and you will get a great maturity about life. And what it is, simply sitting for 10 minutes and repeating, I am not my body, I am not my mind. And then there are further phases. But when you just repeat this, I am not my body, I am not my mind, automatically you feel that your mind and the body is something which you possess and you have control over them. And that's required. Otherwise, your mind and the body will make you do whatever you feel like, and you are not in control. So they will destroy your life like anything. So know it, you are not your body and mind. So I am not my body, I am not my mind. I possess these things and I am in control. I can fix my own desires. Thoda sa, once you become the owner of your own life, and what is that owner is your consciousness. Your conscious mind is the owner. That decision making power, I will do this, I will not do this. That consciousness is owner, and that is you. Your mind is different, your body is different, and you is different. If you use your consciousness and control these desires of mind and the body over any habits, you will be able to navigate a better life. So that's where meditation is needed for really having controls on all. Everything is required. Okay. Chalo, thank you all and have a nice day, everybody. Thank you all. Take care and see you.